Greetings and welcome to the playthrough of a game that we made for this game jam. And the game is titled Whispering Shadow. Right, this is the itch.io page. I'm gonna put the link in the description so that you guys can check it out. We're gonna go ahead and download the file, of course. Then we're gonna unzip the folder and it's gonna come up something like this. Then we're gonna run the application. It's made with Unity. And there we go. Now this is a pixel art 2D action/adventure type of a game that also has a narrative to it. So the story goes something like this. Now, I'm not gonna spoil the whole story, but basically there's a village and there are peaceful villagers living in it. But among them there's also monsters. And most of the time you cannot tell them apart. Like the monsters have villager-like appearances, and most of the time you can't tell them apart. The controls are pretty basic, just F for attacking, and yeah, the other controls are pretty basic. And let's play the game. I'm gonna skip all the story since I don't want to spoil them for you guys. I want you guys to play the story. I'm just gonna hit continue. Right, this is the night scene where the player can observe and look at the locations and the appearances of the monsters in the village. Like if you zoom out, you can zoom in and zoom out and look at the other different locations of the village and the different appearances. Yeah, as you can see right there, over there. I needed to zoom that. Okay, whatever. Yeah, those are the monster-like appearances that like the villagers can turn into. Like those are actually monsters among the villagers. As you can see, there are some monsters over there. So the player needs to kill them. And there's also a concept of dark energy that I have to mention. Now, if we hit continue, it will take us to the. Again, I'm gonna skip the story. This is the day scene. If you recall the night scene, yeah, you'll remember that in different parts of the village there were some monsters. Right, there were some monsters and we need to kill them. We can also try to kill villagers. And like this is a monster right here. Makes an animation. I'm gonna skip the story again. Right, now we come to the final scene where the player fights his own shadow. Here the shadow's power will be based on the killings that the player made in the day. Like if the player didn't kill enough enemies or monsters, or if the player killed any villagers in a village, the dark energy will grow, and the dark energy fuels the shadow's power. So the shadow will become stronger, and it will be harder to defeat the shadow. Since we killed enough enemies, the shadow fight should be quite easy. Like it's still going to be an intense fight, but we're gonna win. We should win. There we go. That's our shadow defeated. That's one ending of the game. When you defeat the shadow and you win the game. But that means that the dark energy wasn't that strong. And this is how like the theme of you are your own enemy comes into play. Right, now let's kill like every villagers we see. Oh, that was an enemy. Okay, let's kill every villagers that we see. We're probably killing some innocent villagers here. So our dark energy will be pretty high. I think yeah, this battle should be hard. Oh, there we go. So the dark energy was too strong, and the shadow defeated us. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of the game. Like there are two different endings to the game, and yeah, you can always play again. Please do.